Hey, so back with another cooking video. You might be wondering why we're outside. That's because we're going to be cooking with a charcoal grill today. We're going to be first doing a tutorial of how you use a charcoal chimney and how you use a charcoal grill. And then the second part of the video is going to be me cooking a steak. Skirt steak, actually. It's very good. It's like flank steak, but just better in every way. If that makes sense. So yeah, first part of the video, like I said, is teaching everyone how to use a charcoal grill. So here charcoal chimney. So here we've got a charcoal chimney. It makes lighting charcoal fires so much easier. It looks kind of like a chimney, who would have thought. So the first thing you want to do is get a good bit of newspaper. You want to, crumple it up into the right shape and then fit it at the bottom of the charcoal chimney. So I'm just going to twist it up and go like this. And then what you want to do is just kind of fit it in here. Make sure it's still airy inside, so it doesn't have trouble catching. And you just want to repeat that multiple times with a bunch of other pieces of paper. Alright, so we got some newspaper in the bottom of our chimney. It's nice and secure. And now we need to add in some charcoal. So I have 2 bags of charcoal right here. The first one, oh god, okay, charcoal's all over me now. But we've got this bag of charcoal, which has a hole in it, and then we also have this pretty much full bag of charcoal right here. This is heavy. And we're just going to, you just want to fill this up as much as you can, like have it like a mountain, because you're going to need a lot of charcoal, because it shrinks when you make it. So one sec, I'm gonna quickly fill this up with a ton of charcoal. Alright, so now we've completely filled up this charcoal chimney, as you can see, with charcoal. And now we want to light it real quick. So this charcoal chimney is awesome. You can just put it on your grill, like so. One second, I've got to bring it over to the actual grill. Alright, so we're at the location of my charcoal grill now. Well, this is just my charcoal grill. It's pretty nice. So now you want to light this chimney using some matches. Alright, so we finally got it to work out. That took more time than we could make. Now you see that there's a ton of smoke coming out. That's because it's charcoal, and that's kind of the point. Makes your food taste nice when you cook it over it. Now you just gotta wait. It might seem like the charcoal hasn't caught at first, but it's just that you can't see the bottom pieces that have caught. Now you just have to wait until you can see the top and you can see the top of the like the very top pieces of charcoal are on fire. And you just have to wait until it happens. So you might as well just chill or prepare the food that you want to cook, which we're going to do now. So we're back in the kitchen now. We've got our skirt steak here. Now we're going to unwrap it real quick, and then we're going to start cutting it, because this steak requires a bit of cutting up before you cook it on the grill, and also seasonings. So I think this steak is going to be best just cooked by itself, since it's a decent quality steak. So we're just going to open it up. Oh, and that's really bloody. Yeah, so this steak, the thing about skirt steak is it's really thin. So this might look like one steak, but it's actually like a massive steak that's been folded usually 4 times over, or 3. So we've just got to real quick get this off, and then you see that it's literally folded over itself. But you can see that it looks like just flank steak, but much fattier. And that's really what's great about it. That's that flank steak kind of taste, but it's just fattier and better. So, we can just get this thing out of the way. And then now, you need to do, so now you want to attempt to unfold it. So, this is our skirt steak. So, and you can see that there's some clear difference between the pieces. So you can see that it clearly, I don't know if you can tell pretty easily with this. I'm gonna go get some pair of gloves real quick so I can show you how to tell where to cut it. Alright, so, got gloves. So you can see that this part of the steak, it's noticeably thinner. Please, editor, please zoom into this part. You can kind of tell that this part of the steak is noticeably thinner than this part of the steak. You see this part? So the first thing you want to do is, I'm gonna get these, this is pretty bloody, whatever. You want to cut, and it's also ripped here, so it's perfect. So you just want to cut it by the grain. Kind of cut up the, oh, and also it's probably best to use kitchen shears to cut this, because it's going to be a nightmare to cut it with knives. Then you got one fairly uniform slice that's pretty thin. This will probably not need much time in the stove at all. Now this is just a tiny steak that I accidentally ripped. I'm just gonna cut it off. And that's another tiny steak that we have. It's not really a steak, just a bit of meat. And then again, editor, please zoom into this part again. Thank you very much. You can see that there's a clear, well, difference here. Clear thickness difference here between these. And there's like a small seam. So you just want to slice it up here using these shears. And yeah, that's how easy it is. Now you've got 4 pretty uniform steaks. They've got pretty much uniform thickness, which will make them cook much more evenly. And now you want to season it. So I like seasoning it very minimally, just some garlic powder, pepper, and salt. Any more than that, and the steak is very flavorful, so it's good with only that. So I'm going to take off these gloves for a sec because I don't want to get the spice shakers dirty. Alright, so we've got our garlic powder, pepper, and salt. Very cute salt shaker. Now I'm just going to shake a good amount of salt. You really don't want to over salt it. I've made that mistake before. It was not good. Just give it a bit of salt, and then give it a really good amount of pepper, because so just give it a good amount. Editor, please remember to zoom into these kinds of parts. And then just shake some garlic powder, a ton of garlic powder over it. This is what really helps the crust get along. So you want to just smother it in garlic powder. And then that's your first side done. What you want to do is you kind of want to press it into the steak so it just doesn't fall off. So I'm going to get another pair of gloves. Well, not another. Well, it's not really a pair if I only grab one, but so you just want to kind of push the seasonings into there so they don't fall off while they cook. And then you just want to flip these over and do the same thing on the other side. And yeah, so now your steaks are prepared. They're ready for the grill. Now your charcoal's probably not ready yet, so you're probably just gonna have to wait. You can let these out. Probably better if they go down to room temperature. I'm not sure though. So yeah, now you just wait and then try to not eat these raw. Wait, no, that's not how it goes, right? Alright, so now the charcoal is ready. You want it to look somewhat like this. So most of it is white, and there's some fire coming out. Now you want to... Next second. Alright, so now you just want to be careful, and you just want to kind of pour it out, and be really careful because this will spray cinders everywhere. And yeah, so just pour all of this out. Now you want to go through cleaning your grill. So usually your grill is... So this is how my grill usually looks like. So this is how it looks like. And you just want to kind of... You just want to kind of slide it over. So now you have to wait for it to heat up a bit, and then you can clean it using this kind of bristled brush that you have. Oh, and also, you might want to put on your lid so it just heats up faster. And remember to make sure that the vent is closed. This thing like opens and closes, and there's like air holes here, but you want to close them so it heats up even faster. Okay, so now I've let this sit for a while, sit for like a minute with the lid on. Now it's really hot in here. So you just want to grab your oven mitt again and just scrub it. Okay, that's not good. Alright, and we fixed that. Now you want to grab your oven mitt and just clean it up, and the heat just makes it automatically disinfect, and this just kind of gets rid of all of the ash and coal, charcoal and dust and stuff on here. Alright, so we've cleaned up our grill. Now we just have to actually cook our steaks. We're just gonna grab those real quick. Alright, so we're just gonna throw our steaks on. That's a great sound. You want it to sizzle a ton. So just throw in your steaks. And remember which ones are the thinner ones and which ones are the thicker ones. So you know which ones to take off first. So that's not good. And you want to lay them across so they don't cook unevenly. And we're gonna put the thicker ones on the outside, because the thicker ones need slower, more like long heat. They need to be cooked slower and longer, and the thinner ones need to be cooked at a higher heat instantly. And yes, now you just want to cook these. You want to cook it more than for a bit longer time than you think is good enough, because you're always gonna underestimate it and take it out when it's like completely like over rare. Now you just want to wait for a while now and let it cook. So you think it's done? And yeah, I just took out the thin piece because, well, I think the thin piece gets ready faster. I think I overcooked it a tiny bit, but it's fine. Can't really be helped. It's a pretty thin piece. It's hard to cook those medium well. Alright, so I think these thick steaks are pretty much done too. I'm going to take them off the grill. And then, yeah, just cut them up. So we've got our steak here on the plate. We're gonna see how well we cut it now. Cooked it now, so let's just cut it. And this is the moment of truth. This would be really embarrassing if it's like completely raw or overcooked. Oh, it's like overcooked. Great. All right, that was embarrassing. Well, it's slightly overcooked. Yeah, but that's too grand. Maybe cook it less than I did. I cooked it around like 15 minutes, not 15, like 10 minutes. It was slightly overcooked. Maybe cut it less. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cooked perfectly. So yeah, as you can see, this method is pretty effective as long as you don't overcook the steak. It's also very tasty. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm just going to start eating this steak while I do the outro. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'm going to try to focus this channel more on cooking from now on, because my gaming videos just don't get any views at all. My cooking videos get tons of views. So yeah, mainly cooking channel now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed, like it. If you didn't, dislike. That's good. Remember to subscribe and hope you enjoyed. Bye.